Recent developments indicate that President Donald Trump has issued renewed threats against Iran. The potential use of a tactical, nuclear weapons, a bunker buster bomb in a conventional war theater against the Islamic Republic of Iran raises urgent concerns of global consequence. Tactical nuclear weapons, often misleadingly labeled mini-nukes, are wrongly claimed to be safe for civilians due to their underground detonation. This is a dangerous fallacy. Notably, the Pentagon is actively considering the use of such bunker buster bombs, despite a lack of credible evidence that Iran harbors weapons of mass destruction in underground bunkers, as sometimes suggested. While Trump has expressed interest in restarting arms control talks with Russia and China, acknowledging the futility of stockpiling more nuclear weapons by stating, "You could destroy the world 50 times over, and here we are building new nuclear weapons." He has remained silent on the 5 U.S. air bases stockpiling B-61-11 and B-6112, tactical nuclear weapons arms potentially intended for use against Iran. These signals continue to suggest, wrongly, that Iran poses a WMD threat. Yet the truth remains. There is no solid evidence backing that assertion. Understanding the nuclear Earth-penetrating bomb, the NEPB differs from so-called low-yield tactical nuclear weapons, or though both types are deadly. A simulation using a 1 megaton bunker buster thermal bomb equivalent to 60 Hiroshima bombs projects catastrophic outcomes. Millions of deaths and radioactive fallout spreading eastward into Pakistan and India. The B-61-11 and B-61-12, stationed in Western Europe, range in explosive yield from 1/3 to 12 times the Hiroshima bomb. Specifically, the B-61-11 is designed with multiple available yields, from sub-kiloton low yields to up to 1,000 kilotons. Regardless of yield, the fallout is devastating. The broader B-61 family comprises several variants, each with distinct specifications and yield options. What is envisioned for theater-level use against Iran is the low-yield 10 kiloton bomb, the size of the Hiroshima bomb. Yet even this lower-end option would be deadly. According to a Pentagon-modeled simulation of the robust nuclear Earth penetrator, such an attack could result in over 3 million deaths and expose more than 35 million individuals to cancer-causing radiation. The Union of Concerned Scientists, using Pentagon data, has assessed that even the B-61-11 and B-6112 would cause massive regional contamination. In the event of a strike on Iran, tens of thousands of deaths and widespread radiation across the Middle East and Central Asia. U.S. military personnel stationed in Iraq would be unavoidable. Despite this, the U.S. has embarked on a staggering $1.3 trillion nuclear weapons modernization program, projected to hit $2 trillion by 2030. Officially, this is justified as safeguarding peace and national security. But such an astronomical budget strongly implies an intent to eventually deploy these weapons. Labeling B-6111 and B-61-12 as conventional weapons does not diminish their potential to unleash World War III. While military literature differentiates NEPBs from mini-nukes, in practice, this is a superficial distinction. Both share overlapping technology and destructive capability. For instance, although the B-61-11 can theoretically be configured for a 10 kiloton yield, its range actually extends from under 1 kiloton to 1,000 kilotons. Each configuration poses extreme risks. Even limited use would result in tens of thousands of civilian casualties, immense environmental devastation, and geopolitical fallout. The B-61-11's Earth-penetrating ability is limited. Testing shows it penetrates only about 20 feet into dry Earth. When dropped from 40,000 feet, nowhere near deep enough to contain a nuclear blast. Any use in urban areas would lead to massive civilian casualties. It cannot effectively destroy deeply buried targets in granite terrain and still carries yields in the hundreds of kilotons. Thus, if launched against Iran, the weapon would cause widespread radioactive contamination across the Middle East and Central Asia. Tens of thousands of lives would be lost, including U.S. forces deployed in nearby countries. The illusion of a contained nuclear strike, the use of nuclear weapons to target buried threats, inevitably results in high civilian death tolls. Even a strike using a weapon with only 1% the yield of the Hiroshima bomb would fail to avoid enormous collateral damage. The resulting explosion would unearth a massive radioactive crater, blanketing the region with deadly fallout. Despite these known risks, the B-61-11 is currently listed for deployment in military theaters alongside conventional arms. Michel Chossudovsky's warning: profit over peace. Economists and research. Iran is being targeted not based on verified threats, but on distortions and fabricated pretexts. The real objectives: control of oil, financial dominance, and global geopolitical supremacy. At the core is a war machine driven not by security needs, but by private profit. Chossudovsky warns that the path we are on could lead to nuclear catastrophe. When weapons become the top export of the world, as only superpower and diplomats act as sales agents for the defense industry, the world is on the brink. If militaries must exist, he argues, they should be fully public and transparent. No one should profit from mass destruction, the use of tactical nuclear weapons, however they're categorized against Iran or any state, is not just an escalation. It's a pivot toward global war. The B-61-11 and 12 bombs may carry the label of low yield, but their impact would be catastrophic. The very contemplation of their use points to a dangerous normalization of nuclear warfare under a guise of conventional military strategy. This is not just about Iran. It's about the future of humanity.